Okay, so this video covers how to derive a part in Inventor, how to save and organize that derived part, and then tips on creating a scale factor or determining your scale factor. So I have two parts. I have kind of a really simple environment, and I have this pink windows part I showed you a while back, and then I have I want to create an assembly with those parts. So I've already brought the environment into the assembly, and now I'm going to bring in my pink windows part. And as you can see, it's much too big to be useful on this assembly. So I'm going to get rid of it. I can just click on it and click delete, or I can right click and click delete, get rid of it. And then to create a scaled version, it helps to know how big the original part is. So if I measure along the length of the part, you could also measure the width or the height because the scaling happens all proportionally. So my original part is 10 inches. And let's say I want it to become 3 inches long, which means that my scale factor would be the new length, which is 3, divided by the old length, which is 10. So I would want it to be 3/10 or 0.3 or 30% of the size. You can also put those numbers straight into Inventor. And so now let me show you how to actually create the derived part. To create a derived part, you click on the big I because you're creating a new part. And inside of the new part, you just click on the Derive button up in this little toolbox, so Derive, and then you find the file you want to scale. So I want to scale the pink windows part, so I find it and then click open, and then now the only thing you need to do in this window is tell it the scale factor you want. So I could put here 0.3 because I know that I wanted it to be 3 divided by 10. I already did the math in the calculator. Or I can just put in 3 divided by 10 straight into the scale factor box, and it does the math for me. So here's my scaled version. You can click home to just zoom in, and I need to save it. So to save it properly, you do save as. I want it to be in the same folder that I have my original part. So I have my pink windows in here. I'm going to put the derived part in here as well. You want it to have the same name except have derived after it. So to do that the easiest way, I just go find it, click on the old name, and then arrow to the end of the part file name, and then I'm going to add to the back derived. So this is my scaled version. I'm going to click save, and now you'll be able to see that I have in my window, my folder, the original part and the derived part. So I'm going to test it out. Pull over the derived part into my assembly, and now you can see that it's nice and smaller version scaled, and I could add some other things around it to create a really cool assembly. And that's all there is to it.